Okay, y'all. So I'm on my lunch. Really, bro? This person tag in front of me is 15:55. So listen, I'm. I was going on my lunch break. The song off The Color Purple has been in my head. God is trying to tell you something. A lot of us at one point didn't know how to discern when God is trying to tell us something, when the Spirit is trying to nudge us about something or someone or something that we could be getting ready to do or something we could be saying in that moment. Like, we don't know how to discern right from wrong. When Spirit is nudging us to do something, when Spirit is nudging us not to do something, some of us just did not have that discernment. And as I have grown on my spiritual journey and I was praying for discernment, I would pray and ask God for discernment, or I would just be going throughout my day and it would just come in my mind, and I would say, God, grant me the gift of discernment. Grant me discernment so I can be able to decipher when you're speaking to me and telling me to stop, when you're telling me to go. Okay, green light. We have to be able to decipher between the two to know when God is saying be still and when God is telling us to go. You have to pay attention to your gut. Your gut is very important. My gut was one of the most significant things that have kept me from getting into some things, and it's killed me from saying some things. It has shown me when a person means me no good and I need to get from around them. Discernment, the gift of discernment. Pray and ask God for the gift of discernment so you will know. Because I feel like that was one of the first things that I picked up on. Because God is always speaking to us. And I think that's why the song, God is trying to tell you something, just been in my spirit. Because God is always trying to tell us something every single day. Every single day, God is trying to speak to us. The Holy Spirit is trying to nudge you in the right direction. Now, whether we listen and pay attention to those nudges, those synchronicities, all of a sudden you get around a person, you get around your boss, and all of a sudden you got a shit. You have to pay attention to that. You have to pay attention to that. Or you talking to someone, and they're giving you confirmation on something that you know you were just talking to yourself about. 626 on these people's page. Like, you have to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities because they are always there. You just haven't paid attention to them yet. But continue to pray and ask God for discernment to be able to see, discernment to be able to know, discernment to be able to feel. I can feel when shit ain't right. I can feel when I don't need to go somewhere. The signs and everything will be there. All of a sudden you tired. You don't know why, you just tired. You have to pay it and you end up falling asleep. Next thing you know, you done overslept. It's too late to get dressed. Come on now. It's too late to get dressed. It's like, you know what, bro, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to go, but I don't know what happened. I just got tired all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened, but God knows. The Holy Spirit knows. That was discernment. That was them nudging you. That was them telling you, you don't need to go to this party. Nah, you don't need to go to dinner because God knows that it's going to be somebody on the way that's going to be driving real ignorant, and you probably not going to be paying attention, and it's a car crash. So you know what? I'm going to let you oversleep this time. You have to pay attention. You have to ask God for discernment. Continue to ask God for discernment. I promise you, you're going to look up one day and be like, you know what? I'm trying to maneuver through this traffic. You rushing to get home for what? All the lights slowing you down. Every light seems to keep catching you. You have to pay attention to that because God is trying to tell you something. Slow down. What are you in a rush for? It's an accident up ahead. I'm trying to prevent you from being in it. I don't know who this might have helped today, but I pray that it blesses someone and it activates something in you. Please ask God for discernment. God will grant it to you. We have not because we ask not. Ask. God, I need your help. I don't understand where I should even go next. I'm confused. Ask God. Give me understanding. I'm telling you, ask. Ask. And watch it be granted to you. Shalom.